Hello everybody and welcome back to Addingham Park, I guess is where we're at today. And today we're looking at CBW's top 6 modded medium tractors. I was challenged by Rusty Money Gaming quite a while back already to give my 6 medium tractors, and we'll get right into it and see what I have. We'll drive on down to the farm here. We kind of set up a little area to kind of look at everything. It's going to be kind of a quick video, I believe. So yeah, I want to start out by saying I hope everybody's having a great day today. And yeah, these tractors will be more or less my opinion, excuse me, of what I kind of use, I guess. And you know, none of them are game-changing by any means or anything like that. So everybody can have their own preferences to what they want. Yeah, here we are. Let's get right into it with number 6. You can see it already there. And this, we have the Case IH Puma CVX series by Jens Jevensen. And this made my top list mainly because, one, I do like the Case IH tractors, but I like the narrows on here. It's nice for putting fertilizer down, and yet it's also nice. This is one that's got the track options on it. And yeah, so you can have 4x4 in tires, you can have 4x4 in tracks. You can change the color on these to pretty much anything that you want. And you notice that we got a loader bracket on that one, so we can put a loader on here. These tractors will range from 225 to 300 horsepower, and they do come with a front 3-point. We'll look quick in the store here under medium tractors. That one's an easy one to find with the tracks on it. Yeah, here you go. Like I said, we can change rim colors, main color to anything on that pallet. You can even go John Deere green if you wanted to on it. The wheel brands, Lizard, the only thing we have for them is the crawler tracks. Michelin's, you can see we can get some big boys on there. You got Trelleborg, Nokian, and back to Lizard. You got a bunch of different terminals you can input on here, hanging on the side of your cab there. You can kind of see it changes them all up to whatever brand. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much everything we've talked about with this one. So there you go. There's the Case IH Puma CVX series by Jens Jevensen. I know I'm butchering that name. I do apologize. There's number 6. Let's walk over here and find number 5. And number 5, you can see it's green. And here we have the John Deere 6R Series US by Blaua. I kind of like this little tractor. Drove a neighbor's a couple years ago. I used it for field cultivating some of the ground that I had farmed at the time, and yeah, I had a good time with it. In fact, the tractor had a little refrigerator that was mounted in it and everything, and nice and quiet, and these are pretty real to life as what he had. He didn't have the front duals as this one shows on here, but here again we can get 4x4 with tires only, no tracks on these. As you can see over here, you can get a loader mount on these, and you can get a panoramic roof, which I think both of these are the panoramic roof, and these will range from 223 to 259 horsepower, and they also come and can have a front 3-point on them as well. So let's start it up here. You can see we got the American hazard lights on there, and you can see it's kind of set up nice inside, nice and quiet. The panoramic roof with the Starfire 6000 on there, I guess. And yeah, nice little tractors. They turn pretty good, and I like them anyway. But if you see my real life farm pictures, I got a lot of green there too. So yeah, you can see, like I said, it's very Americanized, and well, I love these little John Deere tractors, plus they go 32 miles an hour down the road. So there you go, that's number 5, the John Deere 6R series. Let's look at him in a store. We'll try to do it quickly here. That's the in-game one. These are all modded tractors that I have on my list. You can see it's a little more expensive. I'm not sure on the slot counts. I forgot to look before I did anything on there, but we can get weights on the front end. And I do apologize, this does not have a front 3-point on it. You can get the standard roof or the panoramic roof if you're using loader work. It's nice for seeing that. You got configurations with beacon lights on both sides there. And like I said, a lot of wheel setups and weight setups. And you can even get rear triples on this baby and really make her a beefy boy. And again, like I said, 223 to 259 horsepower. We got all the R series here. The 6175R to the 6215R. And you can get the 100-year decal sticker put on the hood there. And you can get it with fenders and different types of fenders. And of course your front loader. And you can get even a protection grid on there with a different style. So you can kind of change them up. Again, that's my number 5, the John Deere 6R Series, US Series by Blawa. Let's go back over here before I forget. I forgot to start one of these up and look at the cab. You can see we got the Corona and Hardy, I believe it is, monitors in here. Start it up and give you your display. Like I said, it's a nice tractor too, 32 miles an hour. Like I said, it's a little bit spendy one too, but you get quite a bit with that, I guess. Just about forgot to do that on that one. So let's go to number 4. I'm not watching where I'm going here. I was looking at my list there, sorry. And coming number 4 on the list is the EGCO Ground Chief Series, otherwise known as white farm equipment if you're on a PC. White tractor. I used to have a 2105 when I first started farming when I lived in Minnesota yet, and kind of liked the little tractor. It was all right, I guess. Nothing real special, but this is by Julian F. Modding. And as you can see, you can get this in a 4x2 and a 4x4 series here. And also on here you can see we got a loader configuration. And these will range anywhere from 125 to 170 horsepower. And these, even though I had neither one, you can put front end weights on these as well, and they look pretty nice on here. We'll look at them in the store in a minute, but we'll start one up. Check out the inside of the cab. I got a sprayer terminal and a GPS in here. We'll start him up. Like I said, it's got a nice little view to it. And it's an older tractor, 1980s tractor, but kind of a nice little tractor. As you can see, it only goes 22 miles an hour down the road, so that's one downfall of it. But it does have row crop tires that won't destroy your crop. Oh, a nice little tractor here again. Like I said, I use it occasionally too, I guess. So. And here is the four-wheel drive version of it. And it actually steers pretty well for an older tractor. See, it says Ground Chief on the back. It's got the American flashers on it and a slow-moving vehicle sign. And let's look at this one in the store. Under medium tractors again, all of these are. Here is the Ground Chief Series. The Workhorse Series just about came right on with it. It's just a little newer style, I guess. So like I said, they're kind of matched up. You can see it's cheaper than Chips here, or $26,000 to start out. And rear wheel brands, you got Lizard, you got Michelin the four-wheel drive, Michelin two-wheel drive, and Midas. Under Lizard, we got single row crops, weights, the duals. We got a plowing setup on this tractor, where you put these tires in the furrow as you're plowing or whatever, and the dual gives you extra traction, and then you can have wide row crop duals on here, or slim row crop duals. Cab configuration, you get the GPS terminal up there, and the sprayer terminal that we looked at when we were in the shed there. And exterior, you can have the straight pipe, you can have mirror 1, which is kind of about what they would come with, and straight pipe with the mirror. You got truck mirrors on here, low round mirrors with the straight pipe. And what's kind of cool, you get the stolen Case IH mirrors, and they look nice on here. They really did a good job with this. You can get them with the straight pipe as well. And here too, the engine setup, the 2-110, 2-135, 2-155. Again, like I was saying before, 125 to 170 horsepower and 22 miles an hour. exterior attachments. You can get the stole front loader or alternative console. And you can get the weights in the front there, the weight brackets there. You can get that on all of these. So there is my number 4. Moving on to number 3. Surprise, surprise. Number 3, we have the John Deere 40 Series by Black Sheep Modding. Again, you can get this in 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. And as you can see, you can get a front 3-point on these, or you can get weights. There's a large frame tractor, which is like the 4640 and the 4840, and you can get the smaller framed tractor, which is like the 4040 through the 4440. Again, I like to play with these tractors too. They sound nice, they look real nice. We have a John Deere 4555 in real life, and the cab interior looks a lot like this. No, it sounds nice. Black Sheep Modding did a really nice job on these. You can see the gauges work and the levers all move. Like I said, again, this is the front wheel assist version with the fenders on it. But yeah, like I said, you can get a 4x2, 4x4, small frame, large frame, front 3-point, and like I said, you can get a loader for these as well. And these will range from 112 to 203 horsepower. Here's the good old 4440, a nice popular tractor. I say, kind of got a nice view in here. No, I really enjoy these tractors. Like I said, they sound nice and they move down the road pretty good too. These move at 32 miles an hour as well. Let's check these out in the store. There's going to be quite a few options to go here. You can see we got the 40 Series 2-wheel, 40 Series front wheel, 40 Series large 2-wheel, and 40 Series large 4-wheel. Like I said, we'll just kind of look at a couple of these here. I mean, you can look at these on your own time as well in the store if you're interested in them. Like I say, you get the weights and the front 3-point. You can get Trelleborg, Michelin, Midas, or John Deere tires with a lot of different. You get standard European versions, standard US versions. You can get duals. You can get narrow tires, narrow duals, and then you can also design configurations with your lights and your stacks there. Here we're at US, here's a European, here's a US, here's another US, US number 3, EU number 1 again. And you can get different styles of beacons. You can see those are built right into the cab. And you can get the bigger beacons also in the back. And you can get them all or nothing. Engine setup, like I said, 4440, which I said it's 112 horsepower. 4240 at 124, 4440 at 146. So they're not real big tractors or anything by any means, but we'll look at one of the large frame tractors just to give you a little comparison here. Like I said, a lot of the standard configurations, a little more weight to them, front 3-point. Again, same brands of tires. Oh, a bunch of configurations. Here you can get a forestry version. And here, you can get the EU version with the straight pipe and all kinds of US versions again. Then you get the same thing with the beacons in the cab or on the cab or none. And here you get the 4640 or the 4840 at 203 horsepower. So there you go. That's the John Deere 40 Series by Black Sheep Modding. That is my number 3. Like I said, these really aren't in any typical order, I guess, but I love them all anyway. So there's our number 3. Let's head over here to number 2. What could it be? Number 2 on the list. Here we go for you red guys. Number 2 is the 8900 Case IH Magnum Series by Casarius Modding. These, you can see, you can get in 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. And again here, got the loader option as well. And or the weights, you can get the weights up front. And these will range from 155 horsepower to 245 horsepower. These are a nice older tractor also, 1990s version to early 2000s. I said you can get the front fenders on here or not. And this is what the cabs look like. I've driven plenty of these in the past too. This one's got 4 hydraulics to it, and it's a power shift, and oh, it looks just like it does true to life anyway. So that's what I kind of like about these. Not the fastest in the West. This is only 26 miles an hour. But it sounds nice. They sound like a Magnum. Here's the two-wheel drive version. You can see it. I love the way these look out the front end like this. Nice tractor, nice view to them. There you go. We'll look at this in the store. We're just about through with this, you guys. Alright, we got to find it. He's down here. Here we go. The Case IH 8900 series starts at $78,000. Again, this is by Casarius Modding. And you do all your changes through the store here. There's only one icon for it, basically. Michelin, Lizard, and Michelin. And Lizard, you can get two-wheel drive, standard, all kinds of different, rim choices or whatever. This is a pretty common rim choice that we see on many of them in our area, or duals. And with the Michelin, kind of the same story. It said you can get a wider front end like this or a narrower front end like that, row crop, so you won't destroy your crop. In this one you get no front fenders, or you can get front fenders. The two-wheel drive does not have any fenders. And here again, weight, you can have a bracket of the weights or a hood guard if you're going to put a loader on, if you want to protect your hood. And again here too, we got the 8910, 8920, 30, 40, and 50. Again, 155 to, well, it says 245 on the website, but 249 on here, so there's a nice little variation. It only says 24 miles an hour here, but in reality they go 26. And again, you can get the Stoll or an 890 front loader, which would be an international brand, or none. Again, that's the 8900 Case IH Magnum Series by Casarius Modding. It gets kind of expensive if you want to put the bigger motor in this for an older tractor. Alright. We're moving right along here. Number 1. Another red one. This one you'll see me using on Griffin, Indiana right now, and I use this tractor a lot. One, it's fairly inexpensive for the horsepower. It's fairly modern. I mean, these were in the early 2000s when these were made. These are the early Magnums, basically. So this is the MX Magnum Series, also by Casarius Modding. So they had my top 2 mods here. This only comes in 4-wheel drive. Like I said, it's inexpensive. And with these, you can get the Demco SideQuest 1200 front tanks. Will also mount to this if you want to add some herbicide and fertilizer tanks to it. And on here you can see you can get a front 3-point. And it's on this one also. You can see we can also get a loader. So all 6 of my medium tractors you can get a loader on. So that one's got the front weights on it. Again, it goes 32 miles an hour down the road, so that's always nice. And got the very nice interior of this tractor. And again, this is true to life too. I mean, everything on here is like what we see. It's got the left-hand reverser is what they call that, with the orange knob there. I mean, unfortunately, it doesn't change when you change directions. There's a little bit of animation in the cab, but not a lot. You got your buddy seat there. Not a lot for monitors, but there's a monitor bracket here. And you can see that on the cab of the other one there is a AFX receiver on the top of the tractors. Again, these sound nice. Like I said, I use these a lot. 32 miles an hour, nice horsepower, not very expensive. You can see they got the rear quick hitch on it and the American style flashers. Nice narrow little tractor, very tight turning, and no, I love these little tractors. These are kind of my main go-to. Like I said, I don't know any other particular reason why other than the price, and they look cool to me, I guess. So there we go. We'll check him out in a store on medium tractors once again. And I missed it here. Oh, here it is, MX Magnum Series, again by Casarius Modding. Starts out at $60,000. Ignore that it says 320 horsepower down there, because it does not have that. But let's look at one in the store here. Main color, that is your seat color. Or your interior color, I'm sorry, your floor mat and everything like that. Rim color, you can go all black if you want, or I kind of like my standard base game gray there, or Case IH gray. Configuration standard. Small weight bracket, big weight bracket. 700 kilograms of weight, 900 kilograms of weight, or the front 3-point with the PTO. Oop. Alright, we got wheel brand Lizards, which I usually go with, Michelin's, and Lizards. Lizards, you get singles, rear duals with inside weights, rear duals with outside weights, and you can get the hubs for the front wheels, and here's a wider front end, where you can go narrower again and have duals all around. And then you got the weight choices again. And here's a different style of rim. It's just a whole different style of rim is all this is. Fenders, like I said, you get front fenders, or you can get rear fenders, or both. It's just an extension of the rear fenders. Attachers, again, you got the EU version here, and the American 3-point quick hitch there. You can tint your windows if you want them tinted. Again, engine setup, so we'll go from the MX 180, which is actually 145 horsepower, 165, 185, 230, 270, and 285 is your maximum again. So 145 to 285 horsepower. Extremities, all you can do is at the back of the cab here add these United States flashers, which the newer ones have. Some of the older ones didn't have them. And you got your front loader, yes or no. So there we go. That is the MX Magnum Series by Casarius Modding, and that was my number 1. So, with that being said, you guys, willing to hear all your guys' comments and what you kind of like. On PC, I can get so many more mods on there, so to my Massey guys and my New Holland guys, yes, I do play with them more on there. The only reason I don't have any New Holland or Massey on here is because my slot count, and I running a few maps right now, I just don't have them in. So no disrespect for those tractors, because I love using like the 5400, which would be a small one, the 7700, the T6s, especially we can get a US version of the New Hollands as well, and there's the other EGCO tractors that we have that just came to games. So no, I like them too. So like I said, there'd be plenty more that I could choose from on here. It's just my limitations of consoles, that these are usually the ones that kind of come on most maps with me, just because of that darn megabyte max that we have or whatever. So, well, with that being said, like I said, please feel free to leave any comments that you like and what your favorite top 6 medium tractors are, and yeah, if you guys would like to make a video of it, I'd be real interested in watching it too. And please hit that like button if you like this, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Please feel free to share it with your friends and family if you'd like. And yeah, other than that, I guess we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and bye everyone. We'll see you later. Take care.